Alright people, so in this video we're going to talk about things I'm finding incredibly chic for December, things I'm going to put in the issue, and things I just can't live without this month. So stay tuned, you're going to want to see this and you're going to be a little bit inspired, so see you there. Hi guys, welcome to my channel. My name is Z and I am the editor of Muse Monthly. That's the online digital magazine that I publish every month for your enjoyment. So welcome. I'm so happy to have you guys here. I wanted to get on camera and talk about all of the amazingly chic things that are inspiring me this month. There are things from outfits, candles, Christmas things, just things that are really like giving me that satisfying brain itch this December that are certainly gonna end up in the issue. So let's talk about it. Let's talk about colors. So as far as colors go, it's December, so everyone is always, of course, gonna gravitate towards red and green. Those are Christmas colors, those are classics. I'm not gonna argue with you on that, but hear me out and let midnight blue enter the chat, because that has been my girl this entire month so far. I don't know. I don't know what it is, but like blue is just a color I'm obsessed with. I think like a really deep blue is such a good alternative to black. And then you've got the little like light blue action going on, which I think is so pretty. If you don't want to go like full on like white, you know, everyone wears white in winter, but like, hey, if you want to turn things around or you want to be different, something like a baby blue is actually really adorable. So those are some colors that I've been super obsessed with. Of course, we've got red and green, like I said. As far as reds go, I'm thinking more of a crimson red, like really like gorgeous, rich, almost like bloody red. I think that's what I'm leaning towards this month. That's the shade of red, at least. Tell me if you guys think otherwise. I really love that color because I feel like it's the same old red but with a slight elevation. I don't know. And then as far as greens go, I am obsessed with like a heavy forest green. So if you don't know, right now I'm actually living in England. So I moved a couple months ago, and the kind of greens that they have here are so pretty. The types of green I've come across this since I've been here have been really lovely. I think it's the way the light is just always hitting them so weirdly gloomy. I don't know. There's like no light here. It's kind of crazy, but what it does to the greens is that they're really just like really moody. So I was thinking like a deep hunter green. That's kind of what I feel like I'm gonna be wearing. That's what I feel like I'm gonna be seeing out in public. And like I said, it's the same kind of color palette, red and green, but just slightly different because, you know, it can't hurt to be a little bit different once in a while. Okay, so those are colors I'm loving. Then I want to talk about textures. I am a sensory girl. I love to feel things. I am, well, too much so actually. So I am really all about textures. I love textures in my food. I love textures in my clothes. I love textures in my house. So I want to talk about some textures that I'm obsessing over. One texture, this is probably going to be a given to most of you, but I'm thinking heavy wool knits. So lay me out. Since I moved here, I've only been able to pack, I think most of my wardrobe right now is sweaters because of how cold it is. And as a result, my knit game has been on point. Let me brag on myself for a little bit. And because most of my sweaters are vintage, most of my sweaters are thrifted finds. They're old school knits that like you can't really find in stores nowadays, or else if you do, they'd be super expensive. So that kind of texture knit, the really old weather knit that's almost like hardened from washing and wearing for so long, I love that knit. And it always comes in so many different colors and so many different like palettes. Obsessed. That's the kind of knit I want to see. That's the kind of knit I want to keep wearing because I have been wearing it. I want to keep wearing it. The next texture I want to talk about, this one might be controversial, but hear me out. So for this month, textures I want to see, textures I'm finding super chic, are smooth leather. Now, I am a leather girl through and through, but I feel like you don't really get a lot of chance to wear it in winter. However, I want to counteract that and say a nice leather boot is just the most absolute cute thing, especially if you pair it with a pair of shorts or a skirt I adore that look. I adore that silhouette. I think it is so cute. So leather was really on my mind this month. You can also even do like a leather jacket, like a long leather, like I guess overcoat. Those types of textures I think are so cute. It breaks up all the chunky knits we're all gonna be wearing. I know we are gonna be wearing. And I don't know, just adds a whole different vibe to the mix. I think it would be really interesting, especially if you mix those two textures in particular. But yeah, leather, guys, leather. I have a pair of leather cowboy boots that are my favorite boots of all time, and I could not pack them because they would not fit in my already overstuffed suitcase. I can't think about it because it will make me cry, because I don't want to buy a new pair because I know I'm gonna get them back. But it's just like I just have to suffer all winter with that one. It really sucks. So if you have a pair of boots, hold your boots tight, because some of us have to not keep our boots with us, and just you don't know what you have until it's gone, guys. So leather boots. Let me see. Okay, next on our list, so it's not so much a clothing item, but I've got prickly pines on the agenda. Now let me describe what I'm talking about. So you know when you're walking down the street and all the trees are barren, and you see this one tree that's not barren, and it just has this lush green color, this lush hunter green color like we talked about. But that image is so like stuck in my brain, especially now that all the leaves are falling off the trees here. And so I just kind of love that prickly pine texture, because if you touch it, it almost hurts because it pokes you with its like little, like I guess pines. But it's so, if you touch it, it's like really rough texture, but then you smell your hands and it smells so divine. So I just really love that. I think if there's a way for you to incorporate that into your home, maybe cut some like sprigs off of a tree or off of a bush and put it around the house for decor, I think that'd be a really nice way to kind of incorporate a different texture altogether from the typical Christmas fare that you see around. And also it's not something you have to buy, which I love. I think natural decorations, I'm all about that. Okay, of course my camera died. Anyway, now we're gonna talk about, so we were talking about natural decorations, and next on my list of textures, this one I feel like is gonna be a given for a lot of you, but it's a staple for a reason. Let me just say that. And we're gonna talk, basically I'm talking about cashmere. Now, cashmere is like my favorite texture in the world. It's just so impeccable. It's so useful, basically, because I get so cold so easily, and just being able to throw on a cashmere sweater, it's like wearing like 20 coats all at once. It's so warm. I love it. And also I just love that there's a bunch of companies now that will that actually are doing really high quality cashmere, and they're not like $1 million. So I really love that there's a lot more variety now as far as cashmere goes. But my favorite cashmere sweater that I have is actually thrifted, and then I have another pair that was gifted to me, and they're both super warm, just really nice. But the thrifted one is just, it was the best, like one of my best thrifted finds ever, because I just stumbled upon it before I even really knew what cashmere was. And basically it was just this really gorgeous Biscoff, like cookie colored, like turtleneck sweater, and I just absolutely fell in love with the color. And then when I wore it, it was so warm. And then only later did I realize, oh, this is like 100% cashmere, and it was vintage. You could tell it's really old, but did not realize what a find that was. And it was like $2. It was so insane. I don't think I'll ever top that as far as sweaters go, but no, I love cashmere. And so if you have some cashmere in your life, please wear it. It's so cute. It's so chic. You're gonna be super warm irregardless. So it's kind of a win-win-win in that regard. But yeah. All right, let's talk about sounds. So this is a pretty short list, so we can run through it pretty quickly. But things I want to hear this Christmas are carols. If you can sing, if you know people who sing, even if you really can't sing, but you have enough friends who can, please do some caroling. I love seeing people do that. I wish I could do that, but I don't have anyone to go caroling with this year. But I just love it. I think it's so cute. It's so old-timey, but such a like adorable thing for people to go and do together. And what a cute little like community activity as well. So I want to see carolers out this year. If you sing and you're not out, on that vein, I also want to hear Christmas songs. Now, Christmas songs I want to hear, none of the new stuff. If there's a Christmas album that was made post 2010, 2025, oh, what am I saying? If your Christmas album was made post 2005, I don't want to hear it. Actually, don't want to hear it. Anything pre 2005, those are the classics. Those are so good. Just throw that on in the background, do some cooking, do some knitting, do whatever you want to do in your house. But it just creates such a lovely atmosphere. The vibes are impeccable with those old school Christmas albums and Christmas songs. So yeah, I want to hear all of that this year. Boyz II Men, Frank Sinatra, Bing Crosby, like give me all those good oldies. Which I know some people are gonna be like, what? Oldies, Boyz II Men, but oldies in a way. So oldies in a good thing, in a good way. So yeah, that's what I want to hear this year. And in the same kind of vein, let's create the atmosphere fully. Put on some oldies and start a fire, because I want to hear that crackling sound, that super satisfying sound of a fire going. I wish I had a fireplace, but here in England, almost every pub you go to has a fireplace, so good enough. But if you do have a fireplace in your house, or can go somewhere that does, the vibes are impeccable. I want to hear that sound though, that crackling of the wood, that like warmth from the fire. It's almost like, I don't know, it's this ambient sound. It's so great. But yeah, those are things that I want to hear. Those are the sounds that I need to hear this December, or I will riot. So thank you. Next, we're talking about sights. So things I want to see this December, things that are incredibly chic. We're talking Christmas lights. We're talking old school gaudy decorations. None of that overly aesthetic stuff. I mean, there's a time and place, but like, oh, I love those old school wooden decorations that some people will put out. They're so cool. I also think it's really cool to collect them because they're not easy to find. And if you do find them, they're so expensive. So if you have a collection of those, please put them out. The like weirder, the better. I think those like old school cartoon ones are really cool. So cute. And Christmas lights. So I have beef to actually play. I have some beef with Christmas lights. If you don't have bell pepper lights, tread carefully, because those are my favorite lights. They're so cute. They have those like they're kind of shaped like this. I don't know what I'm talking about, but they're really chunky lights and I love them so much, and you don't see them a lot anymore, which I think is crazy, but they're slightly making a comeback, I feel, or at least maybe in my neighborhood. But yes, if you have those, please put them out. They're so cute and they just have this perfect warm glow. But yeah, I love those. And actually in a similar vein, if your lights are cool toned, do not put them out. Do not put cool tone lights out anywhere. I don't want to see it. I also don't want to see bright white lights. Like, you might as well just turn the light on in like your driveway. That's so weird. Like, get me warm lights or nothing, please. Like, those are the lights I want to see this year. No exceptions. All right. Next, what I want to see is I want to see some snow. This one I don't know if I can have, but I'm hoping now that I'm in England. I really needed to snow for Christmas. It's so cute, it's so chic. I grew up in Nebraska and it would snow every year. But yeah, no, I need to see some snow actually, because the vibes are so great when it snows, and you can just like be cozy inside while the windows is all fogged. Please, I need some snow. All right. And then last but not least, here is what I want to see. Here's what I want to wear this December, or what I want to see other people wear. Now, this is going to be a very tight list, and there are actually going to be some non-negotiables on here. So first and foremost, I want to see a lot of tights, which thankfully I feel like I'm seeing already. People are really like upping their tight game. I think since those TikTok tights went up, those are so cute. I have 2 pairs. The fleece line tights, mwah. I want to see you guys wear those. They're so cute. And also they just break up the monotony of having to wear pants all the time, which is so lame. I hate having to wear pants. So I want to see some legs, girls. I want to see some legs. I want to see you in tights. I want to see you in multicolored tights, pattern tights, just any tights you want, so long as they're tight. It's so chic. It's so cool. And everyone has such a different style of tights too. So I just find them really interesting. It's just a really cool way to also like beef up an outfit. So yeah, let's see some tights. And next I want to see leg warmers. I feel like I've had an obsession with leg warmers since I was a kid, and since like I used to see my mom do those aerobics videos, like the ones from the 80s. I just think they're so cute. Those outfits are really cute, but leg warmers in general are just so cute, and you can actually wear them with so many things, and they're so useful. Like, I get cold so easily, I think I said, but when I put on leg warmers to go for a walk, like that line between your socks and your pants, if they don't meet, leg warmers are just like the perfect way to get covered up. They're really cute. They add a really fun silhouette to the bottom part of your outfit, and yeah, I just really love a pair of leg warmers. I actually got a pair in Mexico, I think, which is so random because why was I in Mexico buying leg warmers? But they're really cute and they're really useful. So yeah, get yourself a pair. You will not be sorry. They're just the most useful thing ever. So yeah. All right. Next, I want to see chunky mittens. And actually, I went back and revised this because I want to see chunky homemade mittens if you can. I know that might be asking for a lot, but I have a pair of mittens which I adore. They're like my prized possessions, and I got them from a woman who runs a goat farm, which is the coolest thing. But yeah, so she has a goat farm and she spins wool from the goat wool, and so she sells mittens that she has made or makes, and they're just so cute. They're really, really warm. I wonder if I should grab my mittens to show you. Okay, I might do that. One sec. Okay, these are my mittens. Look how cute. They're so fun. I love them. This one has a tiny little hole, but I don't care. I'm gonna keep wearing it. Anyway, so these mittens are one of one, and that's kind of what I love about mittens. They're all really unique. If you don't buy them from a big box store, they can just be so one of a kind. So chunky mittens, if you can get your hands on some, try farmers markets. Those are like a really good place to look because a lot of craftspeople will just make them. So it's really cool. And maybe Etsy too. I haven't personally checked, but yeah, mittens are just like, again, they're such a like randomly personalized thing. So if you can get your hands on some that are really unique like that, please do it. You won't be sorry, I promise. And those are the warmest things I own, possibly, besides my sweaters. And no, lifesaver. I love them. Get yourself some mittens. All right, and then next I want to see long coats. So like I said, I get cold easily. I'm a long coat girly. If you have a long coat, if it's a long puffy coat, if it's a long wool coat, throw that shit on because you will not be sorry. You're gonna look really cute. It's just a really great way to elevate a silhouette. Like that long line draws the eye up and down. Really love that. And you can do so much with it. You can do, like I said, you can do a wool coat, you can do a puffer coat, it can be any color. You can even do one of those like long vests. Those are really cool. I don't see those a lot, so those are really cool. But yeah, get yourself some long, accentuating outerwear. Preferably a coat. If you don't have a coat, a vest will do. But yeah, those I think are really cute. They're super chic. I love seeing women out wearing them. Yeah, they're just really interesting. Particularly if you like belt it at the waist. Mwah, God tier. Gotta do that. But yeah, so if you have a long coat, please wear it this winter. Please wear it this month. I want to see it. And yeah, I will admire you from afar. All right, these last two, I think, actually this last one might be a little weird for some, but chunky beanie hats. Hear me out. Now, as you can tell, I have a lot of hair. I can hardly wear hats as it is without squishing my entire head into one like mass. So those like really cute knit beanie hats with a puff on top, those are, I don't even know if they're called beanie hats, but I don't know any other name for them, so I'm gonna call them beanie hats now. If I'm wrong, please let me know what the actual name is in the comments because I don't know if I want to Google it. All right, but no, if you have curly hair like me, those hats are so cute and they actually fit your head. So please let me see you wearing them. I used to have this really cute one. I might still have it. I just don't think I packed it. That my brother got for me from Amsterdam, which it's so cute, and it has like these really like, it's like red, white, and blue. So actually weirdly it's red, white, and blue, which I don't know why. Oh well, I know why, those are just colors. But yeah, anyway, all that to say, like you can get some that are like the mittens, one of one, or that are really specific to your personality. At the Cambridge Farmers Market, there is a vendor that sells hats like that I'm kind of eyeing. And those are pieces that even if I have some at home, I know you can't go wrong just getting one or two more because you're gonna get a lot of use out of them if you walk everywhere or live someplace where you commute, like via public transport. So yeah, those really cute beanie hats. So I think that's it. That's my list. Those are the things I'm finding really chic this month. If you stuck with me this long, thank you so much. I love you. You're amazing. You're very cool, I can tell. And yeah, don't forget to like and subscribe. Tell me if there are items on here that you love. Tell me if the things you're already wearing this winter. Tell me if there are items that you hate and would not put on your list of things you're going to be wearing this month. Like I said, this has kind of been my starting point as I build out our December issue. So things, again, they start with things I want to wear or things I want to see personally in my own house, or just in public. So stay tuned for how these will all show up in the issue itself, and that's coming out, I believe, next week, December 15th. But yeah, if you're not already subscribed, please subscribe. We're going to be doing a lot more on this channel. Got some really fun styling videos coming up, and yeah, I'm just really excited to see you here. Yeah, anyway, please sound off in the comments. Tell me all about it. Tell me if you have any fun plans for Christmas, and yeah, we'll see. All right, guys, I will see you next week. Thank you for stopping by, and until next time, stay chic.